welcome Jarrell Jones and happy anniversary.
Man, you bringing up that, man.
Happy anniversary to the Jones.
What's up, y'all? Thank you. Appreciate all y'all. I got a lot of well wishes.
They ready. What we talking about?
It's me, Lex. What's up? Remember, y'all, we brought to you by Balance Living Podcast. We also brought to you by, so follow Balance Living _podcast on Instagram and on YouTube. Make sure you listen to all the podcasts. He got some amazing guests coming up. He had some great guests last season.
I had Pastor Deborah B. Martin.
Mm-hmm.
I had Dr. B, Dr. Brittany. She stays in Baton Rouge. She got her own private.
You had some good episodes, man.
I was working.
Bree Sweet. You had a lot of people.
First quarter was amazing, man.
You want to tell them about who you got next quarter?
Stay tuned.
Gotcha.
Stay tuned. I'm going to save it.
So then we also brought to you by Badge Pro Health. Follow Badge Pro Health on Instagram. Shop their website, badgeprohealth.com, for all the ladies, all your vaginal care needs. Badge Pro Health brought to you by my wife, Dr. Joe Jones.
Dr. Joe.
But it's not because it's my wife, but it's amazing product. So definitely go science-backed research products. Last week, we actually gave away a bundle to someone who DM'd, and that person, the winner of that bundle is
Ambitious Class 3.
There you go.
She's definitely gonna probably come on the show later on. She quite haven't made it on yet, but she's gonna come on.
There you go. So we got a couple people that have already won, a couple people that always are in the product line. So we're gonna give away some more stuff. This week, if you DM, we're not gonna give away a whole bundle, but we got to order probiotics for you. So if you DM us, make sure you're following all the pages. Zyron, Jarrell, myself, Jarrell Jones.
Go to YouTube.
Gilmore.
Go to YouTube.
Balance Living Podcast. Make sure you're following Official Just Jocin and Badge Pro Health, and DM us, and we're gonna check, we're gonna verify, and then we're gonna ask you for your address. We're gonna get that product right out to you. And if you want to purchase products, use the code Jocin, JOCIN, on Badge Pro Health.
You might get a most slap on t-shirt too.
20% off, and you might get a whole product package.
You never know.
So Miss Niche, Jada Southern Belle, Clarity Candles. What's up, y'all? Pretty damn mom.
You got Hate Cammy, Victory Over Defeated, Ray and the Girls, Soul Train, Jay the Stylist. Man, everybody, welcome. We appreciate y'all coming on. Trellis said she ready to talk. She's like,
ready to talk.
I'm here. What we talking about?
We're gonna start right at it. The main topic tonight we're gonna talk about is male or woman, male or female. After 40, do you have potential to date? Do you have any potential? So when you are dating after the age of 40, should people be looking at, okay, no, he hasn't made it or she hasn't made it yet, but they may be working on something. They may be just went back to school. Do you have potential after the age of 40? Should you be dating somebody with potential? Or should you be dating somebody, look, you got to have it done. You got to be the made it. You got to have all your ducks in a row, all your T's crossed, or your I's dotted. So what you feel about that, Z? Do you have potential after the age 40?
I think you have potential after the age of 40.
Okay.
Depending on your circumstances, you could have went to jail. You could have been out in the streets wilding.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could have been in an area surrounded by people who wasn't growing and changed, and God changed your life in 1 second.
Okay.
Like, we get away from the foundation of God. Like, I don't know why, just because it worked for you, it's going to stop when it works for me. Because I made 40. Like, it stopped. He ain't a God of another chance no more.
So what about, and I'm gonna be devil's advocate. So what about somebody, say the woman or female? What if that other person, they've been working, they've been grinding from 20 to, they may be the same age. They got all their stuff ready. They're ready to take the next step. They're ready to be married. They're ready to have kids and all those things if they don't have kids already. So what if they're just looking for somebody that's gonna match where they are, and they don't have the time or patience to wait for somebody to come up?
Well, if you're ready to rush into something, it's not gonna work.
Okay.
Great things come with time. Good things happen to those who wait.
Okay.
Patience is a virtue.
So okay, let's go back. Let's back this up. What does potential mean?
But we don't know what potential
means. Can they pay their bills?
Yes.
Okay. Are they dating properly? Like the person on the male, they don't have to, like if it's a female, she not looking for this person to or this man to like be built up. Like she don't have to build a guy up. She don't have to cover all the
what
bills.
you-
and she got to
what
cover
you-
all the dates.
Because a
and all
real
that.
man that have potential over 40, he gonna cover all his bills.
Okay.
He just not gonna have no extra money at that moment to take care of what he need to take care of.
Okay.
So it's like, what you gonna do? Like, it's a trying man is better than no man.
A trying man is better than no man.
Because it's either you gonna share a man,
Okay,
you gonna be sharing with somebody else. It's hard out here. Like, I don't want you to settle. Don't get it twisted. I don't want you to settle. But I do want you to give a trying man, a man that have potential, a chance.
Okay. So what about
if he willing to pay all the bills, but he ain't got enough money to take you out every week? Get a man an opportunity. Give him steps to go get extra money because he might not know.
What if it's a woman? So what if you meet a woman, she over 40, she decides she's going back to school. She gonna work a part-time job, live on her financial aid. She might need your help a little bit.
I'm gonna be a number one cheerleader.
You're gonna be a solid.
I'm gonna be a number one cheerleader.
There you go. What y'all think about that? Yeah, are y'all willing to date anybody over 40, but they haven't really made it yet? They still working on their potential. It's the 504 girl, baby. Clarity Candles, Jay Styling. What's up, y'all? How y'all doing?
Because people who think potential, some people say potential is bad.
Okay.
Because sometimes when you have the potential, you don't apply it. But if that person is moving beyond the potential, and actually making an effort to get better, to make these steps to better self as a man, or better self as a woman, get that person an opportunity to show you.
Yeah.
They probably be better than what you had before, because you can meet a person that's rich and treat you like crap.
Yeah.
It's like
Clarity Candle say, listen. See, I would say this. I think if we're looking at somebody's potential, we got to really evaluate what potential is. So if you saying, okay, look, you've been working a job for forever, you have these dreams, these goals, but if you haven't touched the goals, or if you haven't done anything to really work those goals, is it potential, or are you just like in some kind of pothole? Are you stuck? Because if it's potential, you working that thing constantly. You really grinding it out. You got a plan. You got a goal. You setting deadlines. But otherwise, if you're not doing anything with it, it's not real potential. You just got hopes and dreams. If you don't have a plan, if you don't have dates of when you're gonna do certain things, it's not really a potential. It's something that's dead, and nobody wants to date anything that's dead. What I would say is that's where your questions come in. Mm-hmm. What are you doing? What do you want to do? Where do you see yourself in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? What have you done the last 5 years? Why are you, if you're making a change in career or whatever that is, why are you making this change?
Right.
And how is that once you get to where you're going? Because sometimes you always gonna have transitions in any dating, marriage, or whatever. When you get to this place, how is that gonna change us? You know what I'm saying? So if you meeting somebody, you dating somebody, and they want to be a whatever, something that may be working overnight or whatever. When that person gets to that place, then how is that gonna change y'all dating relationship? That's when you got to ask those questions, because they may get to that place and now y'all separated, y'all have grown apart, whatever that is. So in the beginning, you got to ask the questions, because sometimes potential is not really potential if they're not working it.
If they're not, right, I get it.
If they're not working,
nobody
don't want to date something dead. Nobody, right. You got hopes and dreams, but that's not real potential.
And I get it. And a lot of people who was at that age of 40, right? They probably been chasing the bag and not chasing God's plan for their life.
Okay.
So when they finally reached 40, that Bud Light that came on, boom. Then they got the plan. So, and it might look like potential to you, but they actually starting to live onto their purpose. Now, do you have the patience to wait to see if they're going to reach the mark and get it together? Mm-hmm. Or are you going to just eliminate them because they're not meeting your standards at the first initial date, whatever?
Yeah. But I think sometimes it's when people reach a certain milestone, like an age of 40, and they call it midlife crisis. What happens is people really understand now, okay, look, I've lived a lot of life, and they start evaluating, what have I done with it? Because time is the most precious thing that we have. So then it's like grind mode, like I got all these dreams, and before I die, I want to get these things done. So it's not necessarily potential. Now people, to me, are going into grind mode to get all the things done, so they don't have any regrets. They don't go to the grave and have things that they still holding on. They never pull the trigger on. They still waiting to accomplish. So for me, I have no issue with somebody going through a midlife crisis, quote unquote. If it's going to push you to do some different stuff, to take some risks, to do something that you've never done, man, do that. And if you're a solid partner, you're going to support the person instead of throw salt on them. You're going to support them. You're going to hold them down.
Support, especially if you meet
What's up, Jandra?
Especially if you meet a person in church.
Yeah.
And they turn their life around. They got baptized again. Like, and that man handsome or that woman fine. Like, what you gonna do?
Yeah. I think even in when you're talking about marriage, it's so great when you find somebody that if you do have dreams and goals and you with that person, it's good to even communicate and talk to them so they can try to pull that stuff out of you. Man, remember you said you wanted to go to school. Remember you said you wanted to start a business. You know what I'm saying?
Don't be a puller, push me.
They gave one of the social media people, I remember they gave her a lot of flack because she told her husband to quit his job. When she made it, she told him to quit his job, and she invested into what he wanted to do, which was go back and be a basketball coach or sports coach. But when you silent as a customer, as a couple, and you know this person has poured into me, I have no issue pouring that back into you because that's what you want to do. That's your purpose in life. That's what you believe in. If money is no issue. If you have done your part before then, if you've been a solid partner before then, you should have no issue pouring into a solid partner in the future.
You got it. Another thing could be patience in the process of change, and could the spouse be supportive in the transition?
Exactly. That's what I was just saying. Like you got as a good partner, and I'm not talking money partner. I mean like real marriage is real relationship is a solid partner. I'm gonna support you. I'm gonna be your number one fan, and you're gonna be the same thing for me. You're gonna be my number one pusher, my number one fan, and we're gonna get through life together. That's what it is.
Right. And we're not talking about those people who just want to go out and clubbing and all that. We talking about people that actually want to get their life together and make change. Like I understand you have the table, and that man want to be a part of your table. That woman want to be a part of your table, and she just trying to get it together. But she love you and showing you compassion, loyalty. I'm for you. I'm committed to you. I'm consistent. Like, get that person an opportunity.
How many people would date somebody with potential over 40? They work it. They're still working on it. They have a history, but they're still working on it. Throw something in the chat if you're willing to date somebody. They got potential. You believe in them, but they still working. And I think a lot of people, honestly, they would. I think so many people have been hurt, man, that they're afraid by the people that they play the game. Oh, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, but they really are not. They're really not working the plan. They're really not working the potential that they had. It reminds. I was boiling crawfish for Easter, man. What you did for Easter?
Oh, the hell. Crawfish was off the chain.
Oh, he came had some of the seafood over here. You know what I'm saying? So I was boiling crawfish, and it was crazy. Something happened to me. So I was boiling crawfish. The bees was coming around, and I had the hose pipe. So I kept spraying every time I get a bee. I'm spraying the bee with a hose pipe. And so as I'm spraying the bees, all of a sudden, I go back to boiling. I see something else coming in my direction, and I took the hose pipe to spray that. I look up, and it wasn't a bee. It was a butterfly. Crazy. So it blew me away, and I was like, man, that's crazy. But because I was traumatized by the bees, I didn't even look to see, and I had just sprayed a butterfly.
That's
you know what I'm saying? So a lot of times we're so traumatized by our past that we will kill something that's good before really evaluating it and giving it a time that it needs to show its real presence.
And not knowing it's a butterfly. Beautiful thing for me.
You know what I'm saying?
Not knowing God doesn't give up on us, so why we need to give up on each other.
That's what I'm saying. So it's about really giving time to evaluate and really asking the right questions. Yes, you can have potential, but I need you to have a plan to go along with that potential. If you got a plan and I see you working it, then I'm good with it. I'm good with it.
That's it. I love that.
I'm good with it.
So have a plan. Gotta have a plan. You're over 40. You're over 35. You got to have a plan.
Yeah.
What are you doing? What we doing? Next question. What you got, G?
What you asked me something crazy. You gonna ask me if somebody's snoring. Somebody told you if you snoring, that's a red flag?
I was just having a conversation with certain people.
That's crazy. Snoring is a red flag?
It's a red flag in some people's households.
How is snoring a red flag? What's that a red flag of? That you tired?
I don't know. The person said they don't want to snoring. They want to sleep.
But see, okay, so that's why I think we keep going back to this red flag thing. That's not a red flag. That is just something. That's a preference. So if that's a preference for you and you just don't want it, you have all right. I am not dating nobody that snore. If you don't want nobody that snore because you need your sleep, I get it. But that's not necessarily a red flag. You know what I'm saying?
You can snore. Just don't wake me up.
She said, John just said, well, John, ain't nobody. Man, look, the other night I had a sinus headache and I took some medicine. I was snoring, man. She told me, bro, you sound like a freight train. But that don't mean that's not a red flag. But if you don't like that,
in certain people's households, is a red flag.
How you gonna know that if you? So you were talking last week. Do you move in before you get married and all that stuff? How you gonna know all that stuff? What do you find that out afterwards? What you gonna do? Put them out there?
We getting the divorce.
See, that's what you say. Gotta go to sleep before then. Look, you sleep over there. I'm gonna sleep over here. Let's see.
Gotta go.
9 times out of 10, you snore too. Exactly. You don't even know you snore.
I know like a horse. I caught myself snoring the other day. I was tired. I was like, well, I'm tired.
Mouth be open. I'm gonna say that. Look, me and Joe went out the other night, bro. We coming home from the restaurant. She knocked out in the car, mouth open and everything. I'm like, look at her. I should mess with her.
Make sure y'all shout out the Joneses happy anniversary. It was their anniversary.
I appreciate
3-year anniversary. Make sure y'all shout out happy anniversary.
I'm trying to make 30 years. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't trying. Trying is not in our vocabulary. We will make 30 years.
Working on these 30. You know what I mean?
Because y'all feel like 20 already.
John, how long y'all been married? Let's see who been together in a relationship, married the longest on this thing. That's where the real knowledge comes from. You know what I'm saying? Talking to people who have been. My cousin say happy anniversary. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So we were also talking about when you flirting with somebody, y'all dating, you flirting with them.
23 years. 23
years. That's solid. So when you're flirting with somebody, do you think that can keep you like in a situation where they don't really want to date with you? It's just y'all playing back and forth, y'all flirting back and forth. What does that keep you in that phase there where y'all just flirting, but nobody really taking the next step?
Because flirting could be tricky.
Okay.
Right? You can flirt with somebody, you might just be in the moment, just flirt with them and just having a friendly conversation. Or you could be flirting with somebody and they take it seriously, but they don't want to flirt back with you.
Okay.
Like it is very tricky. Like you know when you're flirting, knowing that you're gonna get some results.
But at what point for me, you gotta go past the flirting. You know what I'm saying? You gotta go past the point of flirting and having some serious conversation.
But that's you gotta flirt first to see if you get the number, then you're all right. You get a more because the old slang is once you bring in, that don't work all the time. They can fake grin and you don't think
I think for me, and I'm married, I think you supposed to flirt the rest of your life. If you don't flirt with your wife, you flirt back with your husband, somebody else gonna flirt with you. She gonna have
everybody not married.
Work wife.
Everybody.
I'm talking about the married people. Right. I'm talking to the married people. See, he behaving. If you don't flirt with him, she gonna have her work husband, and he gonna have him a work wife. You supposed to flirt for the rest of your life. You supposed to date. Y'all better have a date on the calendar every 2 weeks or so, because if you're not dating, what you doing? Right. Y'all relationship dying. Take them on a date. Go have fun. The same thing that you did to get them, you got to do to keep them. You got to keep them. Chris Harris. So if you're not doing that to keep them, you're gonna lose them some kind of way, and you can lose the person. You're gonna lose a person emotionally. You're gonna lose a person before you lose them physically. So before you lose them physically, especially a woman gonna clock out because you're not keeping them interested. You know what I'm saying?
See what I'm talking about?
So in dating, we're talking about dating. In dating, you do have people that flirt, but that don't mean they're interested.
That don't mean they're interested. They be flirting back too, but they be playing around, joking like I am powerful woman said. Powerful woman said.
But that don't mean she's interested. The problem is,
I know
you give a lot. You put up a lot of like interest flags, and you're not really interested.
You're teasing me. But you're teasing me.
But here's the thing too.
Because that person might really want you, and might have the potential to be something, and go farther and date you properly.
CJ Harris once said, "Dating keeps your relationships out the desert." That's true. That's so true.
There go the winner.
And Business E-Class, she joined us today. She the winner of last Bass Pro bundle last week. So I agree though with Power Woman, because you can flirt that don't mean that you want the person.
Why you flirting?
Here's the thing: a lot of you don't
need to be flirting if you're over 35.
Here's the thing. A lot of times, women flirt to get what they want. Period. They flirt to get what they want. That's it. Like, look, they going somewhere, a business or something. They need a tire fix. They got to get out of a ticket, a parking ticket, or a speeding ticket. They go bat them eyes, and you know what I mean. Try to talk nice to somebody. But if you're a secure man, you know how to handle that. You can flirt back, and at the end of the day, you got to be able to communicate, man. It's all about communication.
But look, people that flirt like that,
okay,
when a person who's flirting with intentions, they might shut that person down because jokers have flirt with them and shut them down. So you don't know when that person is serious or not.
I get it. We're talking both single and married.
And a lot of people be missing on an opportunity because they have the jokers who want to flirt with just joke instead of flirting with intention.
That mean, like you said, they flirting, but you in the friend zone.
They ain't even in the friend zone.
But you have to know if this person is just a natural flirt, and are they interested? They're gonna do something to say that they're interested. Whether they're gonna do something to take the flirting to the next step. Hey, when we going out? When we going on a date? They're gonna give you some guide or some information or some little trail to say, hey, when we going out, let's go do this. You're gonna tell by the time y'all spend together whether or not they want to take it to the next phase. And if somebody flirt with you, what is the next step for you that you would ask them to take it to the next phase?
I'm gonna ask them. Let's go on the date.
I'm a flirt. That's the problem.
If you know me personally, you know I'm
a flirt, and you probably ran up against somebody that matched your flirt. And that don't mean you want the person.
Yeah, I don't necessarily. I just and I've done probably had about 2 or 3 Hennessy's, feeling myself and probably got the number and probably never called.
That's what I'm saying. You can't do that.
I'm guilty of that. I ain't did that before.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm guilty of
but there's nothing wrong with flirting. And like I said,
nothing wrong with
when you transition from dating to married, you should flirt for the rest. Like I flirt with my wife all day. She not gonna walk out the house and get more compliments than she get in the house. Period.
Facts.
She working out. Girl, you look good. You know what I'm saying? Complimenting the results. Even if they're not seeing like everything. If she working on, look, girl, your arms look good. You know, whatever. Because you should celebrate the person that you with. And that's dating or married. Period. You should celebrate them more than the streets don't celebrate.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Always give your spouse, your partner compliments because somebody else on the street waiting on them.
Someone else will.
Their wife, their wife, co-worker, their work husband, waiting on him at work. I can't wait, looking good.
So what's the rules of a work husband, work wife? Should you even have that?
No, I don't think you should have that.
Yeah, I don't think you should have it.
Sometimes it's good because everybody don't want to smash it. Because they got some good people that really just, y'all
they
cool,
just
vibe out, they cool. And they got some people that have bad intentions that just want to smash. And, women want to smash men and men want to smash women. That just be honest with it.
Okay.
Like, that's what it is. Like, it's not good to have, if they respect your boundaries and respect your relationship, not hating on you, being an if or you giving you good advice. Yes, that's a true work husband or work wife. But if they talking about hating on your relationship, boy, you need to leave that boy alone. You need to leave that girl alone. If they talking like that, they just want to smash and get you on a vulnerable time, go take you out the drinking at the bar, and let you eat and buy everything, trying to get you in the house that night.
Okay, so I got a alternative point. So here's my thing. I don't think you should have a work anything because physical cheating is not the only cheating. You can actually be cheating emotionally. If you going to them and they are shoulder for you when you're going through a hard time, you complaining about your husband or your wife or even the person you're dating, they know all your ins and outs. They know just what to say to get you. They know just what to say to please you in that moment. And you're in a very vulnerable state. So I don't believe that at any point, if you're married, that you should have anybody on your job in any other situation that you are confiding in and pouring in emotionally than at your house. Yes, you can have male friends, okay? If you can have male or female friends. As long as your spouse is aware and informed of who that is and what's going on, et cetera, et cetera. But having this so quote unquote, and they know, okay, this is my work day and titles, and no, we're not doing that. We're not pouring into each other emotionally, because when you are, all relationships go through tough times. When you're going through a tough time with your person you're dating or married to, and you confided in this person, you're too vulnerable. You never know what boundary you may cross, because now you become emotionally attached to this person.
Definitely emotionally attached.
Yeah, like, I won't do that. Exactly. Bridget said that's how affairs start. Vulnerable moments. That's how they start.
Vulnerable moments.
Yeah, we're not about to do that. We're not about to do no work, baby.
Knocking the boots all night long. I get so weak in the knees. I can hardly slop on my knob like corn on the cob. We ain't doing all that.
Come on, man.
They ain't got no children.
So can you, in talking about that though, can you be platonic friends with somebody if you're dating?
Can you be what?
Like, can you be friends with somebody and it don't involve sex? You may be interested in them, but you have a control over yourself where we're friends, but we just won't cross that boundary. Is that safe to play with?
It's not safe to play with, because you might not be physically saying it, but in your mind, you know you won't have sex with that person. It's not going to be healthy for you. So anything that they do or they talk to somebody in front of you, you're going to get that little inside jealousy. It's going to mess up your friendship, because eventually it's going to come out, and it's going to come out the wrong way. And that's going to break your friendship up. So you can't be friends with somebody who you like. What's up, Ricky B? Shake for your hug. So you cannot be friends with somebody who you intensely, in the inside of you
really like it.
No, you can't be friends.
Look, I Am Power Woman asks, what if she has a best friend, a guy that calls her every day first thing in the morning, or vice versa? What if it's a woman that's her best friend or her friend, and they call her first thing in the morning?
I like that. Men like
but the guy would need to know. Their partner need to know who this person is.
Yeah, that's all. Okay. As long as you communicate with your partner and he
cool with it. But see, that takes a secure person to know what you're dealing with, and two people that are really honest, open, and trusting of each other to be able to deal with. Not everybody gonna be able to deal with
men are very insecure.
Yeah,
be jealous. We jealous hearted.
Territorial.
Yeah, we especially we get you in the bed. We know how you are in the bed, and the thought of you doing that to another man is gonna irritate the man. Like, and that's gonna become a problem in your relationship, because he become jealous. Even though you being real with him, he gonna become jealous, because every man an insecure man cannot handle that.
So let me ask you this, and I'm gonna get personal. Have you or do you know somebody that's been cheated on as a man, and how do they handle it? How would they get over it, or should they move on? Should they stay and deal with it, or should they just move on if they can't handle it?
They can't handle it. Majority of the men that get cheated on, are men who cheated first. Okay. So when they get it back to them, they can't handle it. Now they ready to kill a girl and a man who she dealing with. They ready to, like, they can't, like, if you could dish it out, you need to be able to be taking it.
Okay.
I know some people who ain't got cheated on that cheated first. It's very rare that you're going to meet somebody that a woman cheats on a man first. It's very rare. Women, and if they are cheating, they're very secretive. They're going to keep it on us. They ain't going to get caught. They're not sloppy. They're very smart.
She wants you to elaborate on that. So they're supposed to lie and say they're not cheating, they didn't do anything. But what's she saying? That's what she asked?
I think she's going on the part of when we were talking about the work husband. What you talking about, E? Give me some more on that.
Why she doing that? Why she doing that? So
but men can't handle.
Men can't handle.
They can handle.
Men cannot handle.
Because you know why? It's the thought of
they're territorial.
You had sex with that man?
Yeah.
You kissed him like this? You did that. You did the what to him? How you did it to me? It's the thought, because he know his woman, what she did to him, he ain't gonna be able to handle it.
The truth is, too, for a man, for a woman,
I'm gonna cry.
For her to get to the point that it's physical, she's already gotten all that emotional attachment, all of that. So it's way, if it's gotten to the point that it's physical, it's way more issues than just the fact that she had sex with him. I would say for a man to be able to deal with his wife or partner or whoever he with cheating on him, it's gonna take a lot of counseling to get through that. You can do it. I know people who have gotten through it.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it, but it's gonna take a lot. And that was the same as if it's a woman, it's gonna take a lot of therapy, a lot of counseling, and you can do it. If you need a referral, you know, I know some people. I know I have an amazing counselor. I haven't had that issue in my current marriage, but in my past, I've had challenges with infidelity and all that. And so it takes time to really figure out if you are able to deal with it. The challenge is, like you said, men are territorial. So that's gonna sit in your mind, that's gonna sit on your mind. And if you can't get through the thoughts, if you can't get through really forgiving the person, that's not who you need to be with, because you always gonna hold it against them. You always gonna have a challenge with the person that you're with, because you steady have an issue with what they did. You're not gonna be able to forgive it. And for me, it wasn't even about the people, it's about you. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like the fact that you chose to do that is a bigger challenge than the fact that you cheated when you secure. You know what I'm saying? I don't care about another person, but it's when you step out, you got to know who you are as a man, and like, look, you that's your loss. You lost out. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's it. So, but most men will never even take the step to try. You know what I'm saying? To try to figure it out. When, like you said, 9 times out of 10, they done way worse. And which is why women have become, I'm gonna just put out, women do it way better than men.
they definitely do.
You will never know. You will never find out until they really want you to find out, or they get sloppy with it. You know what I'm saying? Or they get sloppy with it. You will never know.
It ain't about them getting sloppy until they won't get disrespectful.
Exactly.
And don't care.
Or they leave, and then you find out.
That's when you find out.
In terms of a woman, or you have a sloppy. They have women that are sloppy now. They don't really care. So for me, I believe as a man, if you're in a marriage or you're in a relationship and you were cheated on, you have the ability to get over it if you figure out the person is worth it. If the person is worth it, yeah, go to therapy, do the work on your trust issues, work on your faithfulness. Otherwise, move on, because time is all you have. That's it. So you can't waste time with somebody who you're never gonna forgive them. You're never gonna be able to get over it, etc. You're not gonna be able to do that.
So she said, when you say men can't handle when women
tell them the truth. No,
we can't.
No, we don't want you to lie though, but we don't want you to lie.
We don't want the truth either.
Hurt his feelings and then let it go from there, because
she want me to explain.
No, don't lie to me. I mean, don't lie to me. Don't lie to me. Don't lie to me ever in any situation. And then I would rather you tell me the truth. Say if I'm doing something wrong, tell me the truth. If I'm doing something bad, tell me the truth. Because eventually you're gonna build up a resentment in you towards whatever I'm doing. If I'm not pleasing you, tell me. Whatever it is, I would rather you tell me and I fix it than you lie and now we live in fake.
Just like women don't want to be embarrassed, men don't want to be embarrassed either.
Man, look, that's ego. I ain't got time for that.
I don't want to be embarrassed. If you dealing with somebody and I'm going to the second line, going to the club, going to the party, and got these people inside laughing at me, and I find out, that's gonna hurt my feelings.
I would rather elevate myself than get stuck on ego. I would rather elevate myself than get stuck on ego. If you
elevate yourself,
if you lie to me, it's gonna keep me stuck in a certain place. Don't lie to me. I would rather you tell me the truth and I elevate whatever that problem is, than get stuck on that ego, thinking I'm the best, thinking I'm this, thinking I'm that, and I ain't nothing.
I ain't nothing.
I'd rather you tell me the truth.
Tell me the truth. We can handle the truth. Now, some men can handle the truth. Some men can't handle the truth. They don't know how to take constructive criticism when they're doing bad or what's gonna make them better. Like, if you coming at me with a problem, I want you to come with a solution too.
Man, look, I don't care if that's in the bed, on the streets, whatever.
Tell me the truth.
Work, problem, anything.
You gonna hurt my feelings by lying to me and doing what you're doing on the side. Tell me the truth. That's it. Yeah. Tell me the truth. We get a lot farther.
And if you have a man that cannot, a man or woman, let's say man or woman, because we know this down in men. If you have a man or woman that cannot handle the truth, that's when it's time to work on their security about themselves. That's when they don't have confidence in themselves. And you can help them in that by telling them the truth. Look, baby, I still love you, but look, here's an area that I want you to work on. You know, if we can get this together, we both can grow, we both can get better. And that's even friends. If you're sitting there and you got a friend and you're not really telling them the truth about themselves, are you really a friend? Are you really somebody that love and care about this person? If you're a real friend, you're gonna hold them to the carpet, you're gonna bring them to the carpet, you're gonna hold them accountable, and you're gonna help them grow and elevate themselves. But if you pushing people down, if you're not really telling the truth, you're keeping them where you are, when really all that's doing is keeping you where you are.
And also, with all that being said, you got to be careful who's in your ear too.
Right.
You have to be careful on what you intake, the people you're talking to, because don't let them help you make bad decisions.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to take away from your relationship.
Gotcha.
Or dating. Like, be careful who you intake. Get on your knees, pray, use your own judgment, and just be honest with your mate or somebody that you're dating that you see that they have potential to make y'all get better, to become one.
Let me ask you this. So if you're dating or married or whatever,
so that's why should
you be hanging out with, or is it okay if all of your friends are not? They all single, they wilding out, they, especially if you're married, should all your friends and your partners be single? Or if it's a girl, should all of her friends be single and they hanging out, they blah, blah, blah. Should they be associating with people that are in the same situation?
When I get married, I want to hang with married men.
Okay.
I don't want to hang with single guys. At my age, I'm 38, making 39 this year, on to 40.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I want to be around people that's on the same mindset of me, have the same values in life. Like, that's all I want to be surrounded by. People that's been there before to help me get to where they at and continue on pulling me. I'm not trying to hang with the single guys who going out every weekend, going to the club every week. I don't want to do that when I'm there. Like, we're getting older. You gotta.
But Kiki said,
you gotta put on your
big
boy.
What if you have friends? What if they was your friends already? What you gonna do?
I'm gonna call and check on them, but we ain't going out every weekend like we used to.
So you really just changing what you're doing. That don't mean you're not friends with them.
Yeah, I'm not friends with them. Yeah, I'm just changing what I'm doing.
You still friends with
check
them,
on you, call you.
You can't go to the club. You're not doing all that.
You can't call me. You can't call me in the middle of the night and say, "Z, pull up at the club." I ain't single no more. I'm married now. I'm with my family. No, I ain't doing that. But I'm gonna come hang out at a game, football game. We're gonna go to Bayou class to see the marching bands. I'm gonna do those type of things. But for majority of the time,
is it because you don't want to get caught up in the things that single people that
I don't want to be tempted?
Gotcha.
To do single man shit.
Gotcha.
Like I'm single, out here single, having to take my ring off when I go to certain clubs because I want to see if I got it. I got to see if I got it. You know how we think, man's perspective. This the show is about. Yeah. I don't want to see how I got it. If I still got it or not.
It don't leave me.
Some people take it off. I don't want to become that person.
I don't think that's. I barely take mine off.
You don't take it off. And I know a lot of people that takes it off.
But I also know a lot of people. I've had people tell me that it attracts people too.
It does. That's why I want to hang with. That's why I hang with single people.
Yeah, man.
That's why I want to hang with single people. If I keep going to Club J's every Sunday and I'm married, all the girls gonna want to fly. Mm-hmm. If she married and she keep going to the club and the second line with them shorts on, they gonna come more so because they know why? I ain't got to be bothered with every day. So when we do link up, it's only gonna be about one thing. We having sex and we gonna keep it going.
So they got a situationship.
They got a situationship going on.
But is that bad, dude?
It's bad. It's bad if you married.
It's bad if you married.
It's bad if you committed to somebody.
If two people are single,
bad if you got that promise ring on. It's bad.
If two people are single and they say, "Look, we're gonna be at the hotel on Thursdays at 6:30 for 3 hours, and this is all it is," it's something wrong with that.
But I'm calling my marriage.
I'm not talking religiously. I'm not talking spiritually.
Repeat the question again.
If they have an understanding of what their relationship is, I don't care if they go and get snowballs or if they meeting on Thursdays where they meeting. What's the problem if both people agree and have an understanding of what the situation is?
Is sex involved?
Could be, could not.
Yes or no?
That's what I'm saying.
If sex involved, it's a problem.
If sex is involved, it's a problem. Okay.
So that goes with the question of, is talking on the phone is cheating? Consider cheating.
If you build an emotional connection with the person, yes, it's cheating.
But you don't think that person, if we going to the meeting spot to get the snowball at Plumtree Snowball every Thursday, that person gonna grow emotional. Somebody gonna grow emotions.
No. What I'm saying is, we were talking about this earlier. If you are confiding in this person emotionally, mentally, in other ways, more than you are confiding into your spouse, into your partner, into who you are with, if you have a better emotional connection in relationship with this person, yes, you are cheating.
Yeah, I married the wrong person.
Not that you married the wrong person.
I married the wrong person.
You married the right person, but you giving what you should be giving to your house, to your.
That's cheating. That's cheating. Ain't no connection. It's a no.
But Kiki said, to my question was, whatever the situation, if both parties agree, and they don't have to do with sex, like we're saying, if both parties agree to whatever it is, we agree, and that's what it is. Okay, we're not having sex. We're gonna hang out. We're gonna enjoy each other's company. We might go on a date. That's two single people or two dating people or whatever doing what they do, and they enjoying life together.
It's cheating. That's cheating.
No, what if they're not with nobody
else? You asked me a question, right?
No,
I'm giving you my perspective on it.
These are two single people.
I'm giving you my perspective on it.
Who they cheating on?
I'm giving you my perspective on it. It's cheating.
Listen to what I'm saying. These are two single people.
Oh, two single people.
Yes.
Two single people.
Two single people. They have come to terms with what their relationship is gonna be. And they meet on Thursdays.
Yeah.
Do what they do.
Oh yeah, no, you good.
They can decide if they have whatever.
Oh, single, you good. Yeah, you good.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
there's something wrong with that.
No, ain't nothing wrong with that.
If you with somebody, of course that's cheating.
Ain't nothing like a loyal friend. Yeah. Ain't nothing like a loyal friend, somebody you just talk with, been out to help you get better, help you with things. Like, yeah.
I thought you were gonna say if it's two single people and then you involve sex, it's a problem because eventually that sex gonna get emotional. I agree with that. I agree with that.
I'm thinking you talking about marriage. You ain't lost it. Everybody says cheating. Everybody says
you better not be making no appointment with nobody on Thursday.
For single people,
you gonna show up and I'm gonna be right there waiting for you.
It's different. It's different.
Two single people.
Yeah, now when sex get involved, it's becoming emotional.
Do you think that men or women can't handle the sex? If you have sex involved,
the times are changing. G, it used to be the woman.
That's what I'm saying.
I think the men. I think the men can't handle it.
That's what I'm saying.
A woman right now, a woman have sex with you and don't call you tomorrow.
She'll book your appointment on Thursday.
And don't call you tomorrow.
So quick.
Call you to the next appointment.
That's what I'm saying.
Men, or we call you as soon as we get home. Girl, you had that fire. Girl, you was the best.
What she said, men can't handle it.
Men can't handle it.
But women used to be more emotionally connected. Now it's men.
If you look up the statistics on stalking, you're gonna see men is the most. Men are most stalking, no matter what it is.
I got called a stalker today. Yeah,
man. I read a report in Dallas yesterday, this morning, where as soon as after church, it was a love triangle. And they killed each other right outside the church after the church service.
Man, so let me ask this: in a relationship, is a little jealousy good?
In a relationship, no.
So you can't have no jealousy.
No, it's not.
None.
You can have it only if it's gonna make you better and you get on your game in the inside and you not blurt it out to the person.
Okay.
Take that jealousy and make you better. All right, I need to do this more to my person, my partner, my spouse, the one I'm dating. If it's gonna make you step up your game, yeah. But if it's gonna make you be jealous and get abusive or verbally abuse, physically abuse, no, you leave.
Yeah. We ain't talking about no abuse. We not tolerate no abuse.
But if jealousy is good if it's gonna make you step up your game.
Three reasons for divorce. Biblically: abuse, abandonment, adultery. That's it. You cheating, you leave me, or you abuse me. And I mean abuse physically, mentally, emotionally, verbally, financially, any kind of abuse. That's 3 reasons that you can say, look, I'm done. I'm good. I'm out of here. So
I like that.
Yeah. Abuse, abandonment, adultery. That's it.
I like that.
After that, ain't no other
communication.
Communication is
because she's married. She's been married for 12 years.
But communication is something that could be repaired. Like for me and my wife, when we got married, we both were married before. So we both went through divorce, and divorce is rough. So we decided before we go into this, we want to assure that if we ever get to the place where it's so bad that we decide to get a divorce, we're going to make sure we do everything we do before we get to that point. So we did a covenant marriage. A covenant marriage requires you to go to counseling for a year, do all these things before you even sign off. And the therapist has to give you approval to show hey, you really put the work in to try to repair your marriage. And communication is something that could be repaired. Communication is actually one of the main reasons why people get divorced.
Facts.
Communication, period, is one of the main reasons. But a lot of people don't know how to communicate on a regular basis. On whether that's on your job, with your friends, whatever, we don't know how to communicate. We don't.
Do you think the communication breakdown starts from childhood on what they dealt with from their past, and that's why they don't want to communicate? They like in certain instances, men don't open up. So when they do open up to a female, take that seriously because men don't open up as much as that. So when you break that or hurt that, they go to shutting down and go in a quiet mode, and you wonder why they ain't communicating, and you probably like the worst person they ever dealt with.
But it's also, like Bridge said, is finances. But it's oftentimes communication about the finances. Exactly.
Who you think, what finance being said, who you think need to control the finance? The person that's
I think it's whoever's better. Yeah.
Whoever's
better. And then if both parties have tools that each one can use, then they get together and they do it. It's when, like Kiki 82 said, when somebody doesn't want to fix themselves, when you're not trying to improve yourself, that means you've given up on a relationship, improving on a relationship, getting better. It's hard to be in a relationship when both parties aren't trying to fix it. It's hard to be in a relationship when somebody has given up on therapy, given up on doing the work, given up on being accountable to whatever their issue is. And that's when you get into a challenge, because now the other person is in a hostage situation, and they're feeling like, I'm in a situation where with a person that will not change. Now I got to decide, can I deal with all the stuff that they're not going to change? They're not trying to change. And that's when it's like, nah, yes or no. You gotta decide for yourself. Can you deal with that?
Because women expect men to always be strong all the time. And a man whole life, some men, their whole life, they just always been a strong one. Like, I agree. Men, they have certain men that you probably know you never saw them cry. You never saw that weak side.
Like that.
They got women like that.
My wife hates to cry.
Ooh, they don't want to show them that vulnerable side. They don't want to feel like they weak.
Comes from childhood stuff.
That childhood stuff.
So if you could tap into the childhood stuff, that's why again I advocate for counseling. If you could tap into the childhood stuff, you can really kind of heal and fix some of that stuff. Not that it's wrong, but at some point, both parties need to be vulnerable. At some point, if somebody's not communicating about something, you got to figure out why and heal it. A lot of times, men or women, when they have been harmed in some way in communicating, or when they have only had to communicate on certain levels, they shut down. So if I communicate to you and you use that against me, if you bring that, whatever that is, back to me, that's a problem. I'm more than likely I'm not going to communicate to you again, because now you're going to throw it in my face. So I Empower Woman said she's not getting the covenant of marriage, and I get it. But the problem is, it's like a prenup. It's like a prenup that like people feel like I gotta have these certain things. I don't have a problem. I don't have a problem with a prenup. I don't have a problem, whatever that is, because if you in it for the right reasons, you don't have an issue. You're not looking for the bailout. You're not looking for the divorce. You're not looking forward to that. You're just saying whatever happens, we're gonna give our all in this marriage, our all in this relationship. And at the point that something goes wrong, that it goes bad, when it's time to divorce, we're gonna try our best to fix it. If we can't fix it, we already have a whole laid out plan on how we're gonna separate. That's it.
I agree.
That cut down all the drama, cut down all the issues. Look, you take this, I take this, you get this, we both take care of the kids, and we out. And we ain't gotta argue, we ain't gotta fuss. That's a wrap. Go your way, I go mine.
I like it. That's good. That's definitely good. What you got next? What's the next question?
Let's take some questions from the people, and y'all help us.
We're telling me the comment.
Want us to talk about. I'm gonna read some of these comments. Charlie Love said men go through a lot, like women, but us as women don't talk to our men to see how their day is going, or even if things are bothering them. I would, as a woman, I would ask, if you're dating or married, how often do you ask your husband or spouse, "How was your day?" and actually listen, actually make comments, but not, I'm fixing whatever you saying. You should do this and do this and do that. Actually listen, actually take it in, provide some care and concern for the person, but actually, how consistent are you in doing it? How consistent are you in doing and really checking on them and figuring out how they doing?
Women, when was the last time you just checked on your man without him checking on you first? That's a major question.
Yeah.
Women don't know how important that is to a man.
Mm-hmm.
You want to keep your man at home and keep everything flowing at home? Keep him, his love, his money at home?
What do you say today? Good job.
A simple text message. I'm just checking on you. That's it. That's better than a good morning text. Because I woke up with you for good morning. But just to check on me, man. What you want to think?
That's okay, but I think even digging a little deeper, like, hey, did something positive happen in your morning? You know, what's something? Did you have anything bad happen today? You know, ask some questions that's gonna give you more than yes or no.
Do you want lunch today?
Something like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, ask some real questions. She said, Kiki82 said she don't have one. Ambitious E-Class say that means a lot. Midday.
Trying to say everything.
Communicate with the people. So that's really it. So the tip for the day is really check on, and that's male or female, really check on them. I have a reminder in my phone because my days are crazy. I have a reminder in my phone. This girl said she sent a group text that said, "Good morning, handsome." You got them on rotation. Y'all wild out here.
Wow.
Good morning, handsome.
You know on the iPhone, you set the time.
You got them on schedule. Huh? But if that's the situation, if you're single, you're single. Mm-hmm. You gotta keep them all in line. I get it.
If you single, you single.
We wrapping up. We want to remind you to support and go visit Bash for Health online, bashforhealth.com, as well as their Instagram profile, Bash for Health. We are brought to you by Bash for Health. Last week, Ambitious E-Class won a bundle of Bash Pro products, and this week we're giving away some probiotics. So DM us if you are following all the pages. The first person that DMs us will get it. Everybody else, you're going to get 20% off by using the code Jocin, Jocin, on badgeprohealth.com to buy all your products. All right. And remind the people about Bad and Slip and telling people who's the next guest coming up, bro.
They got to wait and see.
They got to wait.
They got to wait and see.
Come on, Z, man.
And this is Class 3. Make sure to DM your information to us so we can send out the product. We appreciate you. You was the very first who followed instructions on last week's show. And that's why you're going to get a gift from Just Jocin.
Definitely keep following us. We appreciate y'all. Subscribe to the YouTube page as well. Official Just Jocin on YouTube.
Just Jocin 1. Just Jocin 1.
We hope y'all enjoying it. It seems like everybody is enjoying it, but we're going to keep growing. We're going to keep going. All right, y'all. See y'all next week.
I got one question for you.
What question, bro? Come on. You're going to go out with a question.
What y'all think about doing this live? Would y'all come see this live? One of these good old Thursdays, please let us know.
You making drinks for the people?
Yeah, we got a drink later that's gonna come.
We got
a drink later that's come. I would love to meet all you guys.
So we're gonna Jocin with them live.
We're gonna Jocin with y'all live.
That's gonna be nice.
Stay tuned for more information coming.
We're gonna have a DJ and all that.
We're gonna have a DJ. We're gonna have a nice setup.
All right.
It's gonna be amazing. Banners Living Podcast is gonna be there. Jarrell gonna be there. The Women's Product's gonna be there. Everybody gonna be in the building.
We're gonna do that. That's gonna be nice.
Drinks on deck. This is how we living. Just Jocin.
Next week. See y'all.
See y'all next week. Have a great weekend.